Hey, what's going on, guys? So we are back here with another edition of New Humidor Editions. I have probably outdone myself with this episode in terms of quantity, in terms of quality, in terms of rarity. I am pretty certain that this might be my overall best pickups video. We have some B&M pickups, we have some mail calls, and some very unexpected pickups to go along with everything. So sit back, buckle up, and we got a wild one for you guys today. So we're going to start off with the only B&M haul. So the only B&M pickup in this entire haul. All the rest of these are mail calls. But we have here the My Father Blue, which you guys have recently seen me post a video on. A couple B&Ms near me. Got a few of these, and as a result, I ended up trying one, liked it. That would be the one that I did the review on for you guys, and afterwards went out and bought a nice little fiver of these. I really like this cigar, but it's also a cigar that me personally, I don't see myself smoking on a regular basis. It's just one of those ones I have to be in the mood for. But when I am in the mood for it, I'll have them available. So this is the 6x54 Toro. We're not going to get too much into the particulars on this cigar because I've already done that for you guys in my review. If you haven't seen that review and you're really interested in this cigar, how it tastes, what the blend is, etc., go check out that review. We're going to go ahead and move on. We got quite a few pickups to go through in this video, and I'm trying not to make this one too long. We have the Lampert Limitada 2023. I very recently put up a review of this cigar on my channel. This is an absolutely beautiful cigar, and as a matter of fact, I have one here that's been sitting in my dry box for the last several days. As you guys can see, we have a full box here. So we have a full 10 count box of these Lampert Limitadas, and then this was a 5-pack. As you can see, this 5-pack came from Jack Schwartz Importer, and this full box actually came from a completely separate retailer. Again, this is another one of those cigars that I'm not going to get too much into because I've done a review on this cigar already. So if you are interested in this cigar and in this blend, go ahead and check out that video. But this cigar is a limited edition put out by Lampert Cigars, one of my favorite smaller boutique cigar brands. They just make consistently great stuff. Their selection isn't crowded by tons and tons of SKUs. They do a few things and they do them very well. So this, even though it has a 2023 band on it, is actually the Limitada for 2024. This was a very limited cigar last year. They put out another small, very small limited drop of these this year. And I'm fortunate enough to get some this year as I didn't get them last year, which is another reason why I ended up going with a full box plus a fiver. All right, guys. So this next pickup is a pickup that I am extremely grateful to have been able to get. It's a cigar that I passed on a few years ago, but luckily there was still some floating out around here. And we have the Tatuaje Lomo de Cerdo, which is a play on the pork tenderloin, which is a classic cigar, a cult classic that Tatuaje is known for. A cigar that they came out with roughly 15 years ago, back in 2010, and have released sparingly over the last 15 years. I believe the 2025 pork tenderloin is only the 4th time that the pork tenderloin has been released to the public, and out of those 4 times, one of them was an event exclusive. So only 3 times in mass has the Tatuaje pork tenderloin been released to general consumers. So the Lomo de Cerdo is actually a play on the pork tenderloin. It's the same vitola, and as far as I understand, the same blend, but instead of a Connecticut broadleaf wrapper, you have a Mexican San Andreas from Tuxtla, Mexico. And from what I understand, from what I've heard over the past couple years, especially after this most recent drop of the pork tenderloin, these are supposed to be better. That's what I've heard. I can't confirm that for myself, although I do plan on confirming that very shortly. So as you can see, just like the pork tenderloin, this comes in some really nice and kind of gimmicky, but not really. Really nice butcher paper type packaging here. all a part of the marketing, because the cigar itself is called pork tenderloin, and obviously this one's Lomo de Cerdo, which is Spanish for pork tenderloin. And I think that's honestly a really nice touch, not just the packaging itself, but the actual naming on this here. So again, the original cigar is called the pork tenderloin, and that has like an American Connecticut broadleaf wrapper on it. And this Lomo de Cerdo, since it has a Mexican San Andreas wrapper on it, you know, they decided to go, okay, well, what's Spanish for pork tenderloin? So you get the Lomo de Cerdo because of the Mexican wrapper. So really nice touch. So we're going to go ahead and open this for you guys. So I'm going to try and be kind of gentle with this packaging, because I do want to keep this bundle in this butcher paper and preserve this butcher paper as much as I can. Obviously, the butcher paper isn't really the point of all this, but it is a nice touch, because you can see it's just like if you went down to your local butcher, ordered a cut of meat, and they wrapped it up in the butcher paper packaging and then slapped a sticker on it. So let's see. Okay, so as you can see, these Lomo de Cerdos come in a brick of 25 cigars, 5 1/8 by 52 ring gauge Robustos. And instead of the red and white pork tenderloin band, we have Tatuajes Tuxtla band. Now, this is a band that they actually use fairly often, because they have other lines of their cigars that have that Tuxtla Mexican San Andreas wrapper on it. And whenever they do that, they generally put these green and white bands on them. Now, something special about this cigar that some of you watching this might not know. The Lomo de Cerdo has only ever been released once in this form, right? And that's back in 2023. So this package of cigars is actually a very solid 2 years old now. Now, I actually wanted to buy some of these back in 2023 when they first came out. But me being me, I was focused on other things and ultimately ended up passing on the cigars. But luckily, the opportunity to grab some came back around. So what ended up happening was that after having bought and tried the 2025 pork tenderloin and liking it so much, and hearing that these Lomo de Cerdo were better than the pork tenderloin, I really wanted to go out and see if I can still find these. And fortunately, I was able to. So as you can see, these have been sitting in cello for a couple years now. And that cello is definitely starting to yellow. And on par with the 2025, and from what I understand of the previous releases, you have this little flag cap here and a superbly constructed cigar. This cigar smells like chocolate. This thing literally smells like a chocolate bar right now. And I really want to smoke one of these, but I'm going to let this sit in my dry box for at least a day and try and get around to smoking one tomorrow. But man, I cannot wait. So again, very fortunate enough to come across a brick of these, given the fact that these released 2 years ago and mostly sold out everywhere, but obviously not everywhere. All right, guys, moving on to some cigars that you have seen on the channel before. We have the Sanj Patel SP 1014 1995s. So these are legitimately from 1995. These are 30-year-old cigars. These are the OG red and black blends, which consist of binders and fillers from the Dominican Republic and wrappers from Honduras. So obviously you have a Maduro Honduran wrapper. I have absolutely no clue specifically what kind of wrapper it is. I just know the country of origin, and obviously that this is a Maduro wrapper. And then I do know that these are Honduran over here on the red, but these are Talanga wrappers specifically. So these cigars were immaculately kept. They're in phenomenal shape. They taste absolutely phenomenal. If you ask me, these 30-year-old versions are better than the modern day versions, and I don't think that's entirely due to age. I think it's just better tobacco from a different time. An awesome blend. Nothing wrong with the modern day black and red blends, two of my favorite cigars. I smoke those fairly regularly. But when I was presented with the opportunity, which I believe you could still do right now, to go and buy these 30-year-old beauties. Me personally, I'd never had cigars with that kind of age on them. So I was very much looking forward to it, and these did not disappoint. So we're not going to go too far into these because, again, I've already done reviews on those cigars on the channels. So if you are that interested, then feel free to go and check out those reviews. Now, when I bought those, I entered into a giveaway. What I did not expect was to actually win that giveaway. But lo and behold, I did win the giveaway. So what ended up happening was I entered this giveaway and I won this giveaway. I had no clue that I won this giveaway. And Sanj actually called me personally to let me know that I won this giveaway. Now, the coincidence is one that I kind of figured most people wouldn't believe, given the timing. I had just did a fairly popular review on the 30-year-old SP 1014s. And, you know, it occurred to me that a lot of people wouldn't believe that this was a random event. But what I did do is get some of the footage because they picked the winner on a live. Now, I don't know Sanj or Rob personally, so they don't know who I am or what my real name is. They do know of me on YouTube, but that's really about it. So I got a call directly from Sanj, which had never happened before, didn't have his number. And he played a prank on me, which I'm going to show you guys the footage here in a second and let it speak for itself. But long story short, I won this box of goodies.
You won't taste anything. Only.
Okay, let's get to it.
Hello, this is Robert Buckley. You reached me, but I wasn't able to call right now, so we can
Call again.
I'll give it. Wait for a couple minutes.
Yeah. Let's try him again.
Okay. This time I gotta leave a message, right?
Yep. Hello.
Yeah. Hi, Robert.
Yes.
Hi, I'm calling from life insurance. How are you?
Oh, yeah. Don't worry about it.
You don't want a life insurance?
Hung up.
Well, that's valid.
Joke message style. Yeah, leave a serious message this time, and then he gets 5 minutes.
Carlos Jose says still.
Hold on.
Hello.
Robert, this is Sanj calling.
Oh, shit. Sanj?
Yeah, you cocksucker, you won this month's giveaway. So we were fucking calling you and playing prank on you, and this is the last fucking phone call you would have received. Fucking, I don't know where I came up with that life insurance bullshit, but I did leave you a message from my shop number.
That's fucking hilarious.
Shit, you don't want life insurance? What the fuck?
Yeah, cocksucker.
Wow, that's actually crazy. Did not expect to win whatsoever.
Yeah, why not?
Hey.
You win every day you wake up.
This is true. Very true.
Well, now since you woke up today, we're gonna make it right. You got a box of a Pledge of Allegiance coming to you. Box of Industry Killers coming to you. You got a 5-pack SP Black and a 5-pack of Charisma coming to you. You know what's the fucked up part?
What's that?
There's an Indian on the phone, and Robert can't get on his Instagram.
I'm on now. I see you.
Yeah, that's right. So you see, I'm talking to you.
I actually just commented.
You did? Where?
Must be on yours.
It'll pop up. Fun fact, I'm actually Guru 724.
I see you, Guru 2724 Insurance, huh?
Oh, wait.
He said, fuck
Yeah, I'm the YouTuber
all of
guy.
you.
Ah,
I already have
okay.
insurance.
Ah,
Oh, Guru. That's,
you did the review, right?
Yeah, that's the guy that did the review.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
I
Look
appreciate
at that.
you. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
I didn't expect that.
Well, honestly, we had a choice between, 3 black men, between you, Silky, and fucking Rufian. So we figured, we give you one.
Rufio's Puerto Rican.
Same shit. Rufio's black.
Yo, how should I smoke this.com giving you that shit and you jump on Sanjay's live? That's fucked up. I'm taking that shit back.
Nah, we not Indian givers,
You
brother.
don't go to Should I Smoke This Live, you go to Sanjay's. Fucking A, man.
That's all right.
Damn.
That's
I
all
see
right.
how it is.
That's right.
Thanks, I appreciate you for standing up for me.
Yeah,
Yes, sir. You too.
it'll go out tomorrow.
I appreciate you.
You got it. Bye-bye.
That's cool. What other odds are that, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right, there's a lot of popcorn in here, as you guys can see. So I'm gonna try not to spill that all over my counters. And so first up in here is a full 25 count box of Sanjay's Industry Killer in Maduro. So these are $6 cigars, right? Per stick. These are Toros, 6x52 Toros. And I can tell you, these are awesome sticks. Yes, they're cheap. They're budget sticks. They're $6, but the quality of the tobacco that you're getting in the Industry Killer Maduro, especially at that price point, is unrivaled. It's not even close. So we'll go ahead and we will open this up for you. And so these come in a 25 count brick, no bands. They actually look quite a bit like the Tatuajes, and how they have this little flag cap here. So we'll go ahead, we'll open this. Ooh. And then so as you can see here, beautiful, super dark Maduro, minimal veins, barely visible seams, quite a bit of tooth on these. Smells absolutely phenomenal. You have a little pigtailed cap here, closed foot. This is a $6 cigar, and I can tell you there's no soft spots in here, and this thing feels very weighty in the hands. Now, I'm no stranger to the RS88 Deluxe Industry Killer, which is the next up from this in terms of Sanjay's line and pricing. This is a $6 cigar. That is a $7 cigar, but I've heard very great things about this Industry Killer Maduro. Haven't had one of these yet, but I'm very much looking forward to it, and I will be doing it on video for you guys. But I can tell you, man, this thing is firm, very firm, very weighty in the hands. I'm hoping that doesn't mean a plug draw, but I kind of doubt it, because Sanjay stuff usually has very good quality. So we have these, which I'm gonna put this in my dry box. So again, guys, these are $6 sticks, 25 in a bundle. That's $150 for some very good top quality sticks. All right, next up in this box, we have a box of the SP1014 Charisma. I actually have quite a few of these in the Corona Vitola, but I've never had these in the 6x52, and I have been curious as to how these will taste in this Vitola. If I'm correct, I believe I did do a review on the SP1014 Charisma last year sometime in that Corona Vitola. I can't remember the specific details in terms of the tobacco that go into this cigar, but I can tell you I very much enjoyed it. In the Corona Vitola, this thing is a sugarcane bomb. Next up in the box of goodies, we have a box of the modern SP1014 Black in the 6x54 Vitola. Now, I personally prefer the SP1014 Black in Robusto, the 550. But that Toro, not a bad smoke. And I believe there should be one more thing. So, last but not least, included in this giveaway box, we have a box of the EP Carrillo Pledge of Allegiance 2025. So I'm not the biggest EP Carrillo fan. I don't dislike his cigars. I've had the Pledge, I've had the Encore, believe I've had a few others of EP Carrillo, but not one that I typically feel the need to go back to. We all know EP Carrillo, super solid cigar brand. The Pledge, I believe, won Cigar of the Year 2020, something like that. And overall, they don't make bad cigars by any stretch. But the Pledge of Allegiance is a limited edition annual release they do around the 4th of July. As you can see here, they very specifically made 1,776 boxes, which commemorates the date that America won its independence. This is box 1514 of 1776, and they also do a second release of the Pledge of Allegiance that, at least this year, which was limited to 249 boxes, as it celebrates the age of America. Now, this is a Toro, as you can see, 6x54, 10 box press Toros, but the other release is more of a figurado, and they call it the Rocket. So this is not a cheap stick by any stretch of the imagination. These run about $22 per stick, 10 cigars in a box. So this box here is literally $220, but obviously free for me. So I've heard mixed things. I heard really mixed things about the line in general, but I've heard really good things about the 2025 edition. So this is your box press Toro here. EP Carrillo does a lot of box presses. For those of you not familiar with them, and again, I don't have the blend information on hand for these, but I'm very much looking forward to trying these. So they do have a cigar line called the Pledge and a cigar line called the Allegiance. I've heard in some places that this is like a blend of the two, but the blend's different every year. So I have absolutely no clue if that's true or not, but these are the Pledge of Allegiance 2025. Beautiful looking cigar, pretty solid box press. But yeah, so I can't complain, man. This was free when you factor in that this was a $220 box. I believe a 5-pack of these is north of $50. I believe a 5-pack of these is also north of $50. In fact, I want to say a 5-pack of these is upwards of like $65, $70. And this is $150 in and of itself. You figure this is almost $500 in cigars. 220, 50 plus, 60 plus, and 150. Yeah, literally. This is a giveaway. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. So the website is shouldiSmokeThis.com. I am not encouraging any of you to buy cigars. YouTube, I am not encouraging any of my viewers to buy cigars and participate in smoking. But if cigar smoking is already a thing that you do and you are looking for a new place to buy cigars, I highly recommend shouldiSmokeThis.com. They don't just have a big selection of Sanja's stuff. They also have a big selection of pretty much every cigar you could want. Davidoffs, EP Carrillos, Fuentes, LFDs. You're looking for Andalusian Bulls. You're looking for a bunch of other stuff. You can generally find that stuff there. Should I Smoke This does have a YouTube presence, but I've noticed that Rob from Should I Smoke This mostly uses Rumble nowadays. Probably for the same reason that, I ran into issues with my channel. Okay, guys. So, as I said, this is probably the biggest pickup, the biggest new Humidor Editions video that I've done for you guys. In fact, if it's not the biggest, it's very close. And easily one of the highest quality ones. I mean, you got a little bit of everything. You got some new My Father, you got some new EP Carrillo, new and limited EP Carrillo. You got a bunch of Sanj. You got some 2-year-old Tatuajes here, limited editions. You got 30-year-old cigars all across the board. You got these Lampert Limitadas here, super rare, super limited. And everything on this table is quality, from the least expensive to the most expensive. Everything on this table is extremely quality. And yeah, I didn't even realize that it was this many cigars initially, because you got 25, 50, 40. So you have 130 cigars here. These are all pickups from the last couple weeks. Like, it wasn't even supposed to be this much originally. And if it wasn't for the giveaway that I won, it wouldn't have been this much, although it still would have been quite a few cigars. But you got 40 of these Sanj SP 1014 30-year-olds between the red and the black. You got 15 Lampert Limitadas, 5 My Father Blues, 5 SP 1014 Black from the Modern series, 5 SP 1014 Charismas, 10 EP Carrillo Pledge of Allegiances, 25 Industry Killers, and 25 Lomo de Cerdos. So yeah, that's absolutely insane, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed picking all of these up, and as much as I hope to enjoy smoking all of them. All of these that don't have a review currently will eventually get a review, and I'll be bringing them straight to you guys per the usual. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. I appreciate your love and support, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.